Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today you guys, we are doing part 2 of my mini but mighty Sephora haul. You know, I got caught up and went back in there. I got my first Sephora haul and then discovered that I needed a few more things. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, you guys. So yeah, you guys, this is part 2 of my mini but mighty Sephora haul. And I just went back in there and got a few things. I ordered it. You know how you can order online and then you can go pick it up? That's what I did. So yeah, that's what I did yesterday. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and go over those things today. And then I'm going to probably apply our eyeshadow that we're going to use today is the one from yesterday, which is going to be the Super Neutrals. I purchased this along with the other items that I had yesterday. But I didn't get a chance to apply this one because we used the Prada one. But we're going to do this one today, the Super Neutrals. I have a Makeup by Mario brush that I have had my eyes on for a while. And so I went on ahead and got this. This is the dual-ended one. So yeah, I got this. Let me show it to y'all. It's so cute, isn't it? I'm going to see how I like it. Then I have the Refy Brow Gel. Went back to one of my old faithfuls. I stopped using it for a while because I didn't like the way it was. Like when I was sweating, my brows would have a little white residue in it. I didn't like that. But it's supposed to be reformulated. So we're going to see if it truly was. And then I have the Patrick Ta. Another one of the duos I've been having my eye on. We're not going to use it today, but I will swatch it for y'all. And what else? Oh, I have the Givenchy Glow Serum Foundation. This one, I have mine in the shade 4W. So we're going to see how that works. And then we're going to use, I bought this yesterday, but this is just the Westman Atelier Cream Blush. This one is in the shade Petal. We're going to use this one today for blush. Because I think I tried it on yesterday, but I went with one of my face trace duos since, you know, I wanted to go ahead and do the face trace duo. But I did try this on for yesterday, but today we're going to actually wear it. All right, you guys. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, then please do stay tuned, you guys. All right, so let me just tell y'all this before I even get started. If during this video you hear me say or do or you see any products that you might like, please go right on ahead and give me a juicy thumbs up. Then go right on ahead after you do that. And subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you here. And you're going to love it here, I promise. You guys, moving right along. So let's go ahead and get started, you guys. I've already done my skin prep. However, I'm going to add just a tap more. You know, I did it maybe about an hour ago. And then I got to doing other stuff. So I like to have my skin juicy. I don't care what kind of foundation it is. This is supposed to be like a serum-y type of foundation. So it's supposed to, you know, when I hear the word serum, that tells me that it's skin nourishing. You know, it's kind of going to have your skin a little juicy. So I suppose you may not need too much moisture, but you know, I'm just going to use some just in case, because you know, that's just the way I do. I'm just a person who like my skin to be moisturized no matter what. So I'm going to use the concealer from yesterday, the Double Wear Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. Mine was in the shade 3W. I love it. It is bomb.com, y'all. Bomb.com, okay? So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I want to put a little bit of my Cali right here. Right up here on my pores. All right, I've already put a little Vaseline underneath my under eye. You know, just to have a little bit of nourishment before we add our concealer. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Where's my foundation? Right here. I did not wet my sponge. And that's what I'm getting ready to go do, because you know I cannot, even though I'm going to use this brush, I still need to have a damp sponge. So give me one moment. All right, so I have my handy dandy sponge. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. So I have the Givenchy Prisme Libre Glow Serum foundation is what we're going to be using today. Let me go ahead and shake it up. Now, I had the previous one. It had all the words were the same except for the serum. It did not say that it had serum. Why is this not coming off, you guys? Am I doing something? Okay. Oh, it's really on there real good. So, yeah, I had this foundation here. This one is in the shade 4W, by the way. And the one that I had previously was in, oh, God, I don't even know, y'all. It was in a different shade, though. So, I don't know why they came out with this one when they already had one. Now, what I've been doing, and I'm going to do it now, I'm going to go into my, ooh, I almost lost it. I'm going to go into my caramel, my NARS Soft Matte in the shade Caramel. Okay, I'm going to use it as like a color corrector for my dark circles. And then I also have some darkness right along in here. Where's my mirror that I was using yesterday? Did I move it? It's okay. We'll use this one. I'm going to put some right here on my little darkness that I have on my chin. Because, y'all, I've been doing this, and it has really been doing the job. Put some right here. All right, so let's go ahead and start tapping. I know I have a little bit of a tan, so I'm hoping that this works for me. Because, you know, every time I go outside, I get a tan. That is just the nature of my skin tone. Now, y'all know I am a sponge girly. I'm really not a brush girly, but lately, we're going to use the sponge now to push the product in. Lately, I have been using my sponge first. I'm sorry, a brush first. And then going back in with the sponge. And I've been liking the way that that's been turning out. Also, I like to go back in with a damp sponge, too, to soak up some of that product. Because sometimes when you're using a brush, to me, it just provides a little bit too much product for me. I don't like a lot of product because I like my foundation to look like skin. I don't like it to look like I have really anything on. That's why I don't like to use a lot of it, because sometimes you can tell when people have on too much foundation because their skin is, you know, starts to look a little bit too makeup-y. See, that's why I like to use the sponge, because it soaks up some of that product. All right, so now let's go ahead, and I have to put something on my lips, y'all, because they look so, I just, need a little nourishment. This is the Armani Prisma Glass lip gloss. All right, so let's go ahead and apply our Double Wear concealer. And I'm going to put some, because I've already did the color corrector, I'm going to put some right here and right here. And a little bit of this goes a long way, y'all. We're going to go into our new Super Jumbo Bronzer by Dior. Since I haven't had a chance to use it really lately, because I've been using other new bronzers that I've been trying out. Bear with me, y'all. I'm just getting ready to, I'm looking for a brush that I want to use. It's something. Yeah, let's try this one. Yeah, I know this is my favorite brush right here. I want to see if it's going to pick up this, because this is a little, got some in it. It's a little hard, not hard pan, but, you know, I don't know if it's baked or what, but let's see. That is pretty. Okay, let's do the other side. My grandson, he's checking in here on me to see if I'm done filming, because he wants me to take him to a skate park. He just got a skateboard. So he wants me to take him to a skateboard park today. So he is checking in here every 5 to 10 minutes to see if I'm done filming. Whew, I like this. I really like this. I'm going to use this to blend out the concealer, because that's what I've been seeing people doing. They're like, oh, this is a dual-ended brush. You can use it for, you know, your the big side for your foundation and the smaller side for your concealer. So I said I want to see if it, you know, how well it does that. And I don't like it for a concealer brush, because to me it's not small enough. I don't like this, you know, I like something small like this. So that does not check that box for me. But I would probably maybe use this side for like some cream bronzer. It's just too small to, you know, just to use for under eye. In my humble opinion, I'm going to add a little bit more of the concealer. Because the thing I like about this concealer, now let me tell you what I don't like it first of all. It has a strong smell to it, like, and like I want to say like paint. Like a paint smell. And you know, I don't really like that, but as far as the coverage is great. The coverage is great. And I'm just going to bring it down some, y'all. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and apply the, well, you know what? No, let's go ahead and use the Givenchy powder. And I love it. I really, really like it, y'all. Really, really. I really, really like it. I really, really like this, y'all. Really. So let's go ahead and apply it. This is in the shade 3. It's the pressed powder, y'all. And it's in the shade 3. And I'll give y'all the full name in 1 minute. Because it's the one that everybody was up in arms about, you know, with that loose powder. The one that they reformulated the loose powder in this shade. And so they came out with a pressed powder. Voile Rose. The Givenchy Prisme Libre Color Pressed Powder in 03 Voile Rose is the shade. But yeah, this is the one everybody was so upset about in that loose powder. Now, I never had the loose powder. So I don't know, you know, if it is, you know, I can't give you really a comparison to that, because I never had it. But what I can tell you is I wore it yesterday, and it has everything looking very blurred and pretty. I could tell you that. I could tell you that much. We're going to add a little bit more bronzer, because I believe some of it came off. This is the shade 40 Deep, by the way, in the bronzer. I'm sorry if I didn't mention that. Whew, this is pretty. Okay. All right, y'all. So let's go into the beautiful, beautiful Westman Atelier in the shade Petal. This is the cream bronzer. I'm sorry, the cream blush. I'm going to use my finger to apply it. And I'm just going to go right onto the apple of my cheeks. And tap it in a circular motion. I don't like to really use a brush for this because to me, in my humble opinion, it does better with your fingers. I like to start, you know, on the apple of my cheek. Now, if I was maybe lighter, I would maybe start back here. But since I am medium to medium tan skin tone, I'm going to start up here because I want you all to be able to see it. Let's do the other cheek. I was trying to think of what powder blush I could use to set it, but I don't have a powder blush this shade, I don't believe. But you really don't have to have one because this is so darn pretty that like you really don't even need one. But now what I could do, y'all, is y'all, is I could go into that toe. I'm just blending this in with my powder puff, kind of to just get rid of that, you know, just to make it look a little bit more seamless. Let's do that. Y'all want to do that? Where is it? Is this it? Yeah, it's right here too. Do y'all want to see how that looks on top of the petal? Why not? I mean, why not? I'm going to use the Z8 blush brush from Chica-Hodo. Just going to clean it out for a little bit because I know I used it yesterday. Okay. And I'm just tapping it lightly. Just like I thought. It's beautiful. Going back in with my powder puff. Just to blend that out a little bit. All right, you guys. So next what we're going to do, because I want to spray some Fix Plus just to kind of, you know, melt some of this powder. Bear with me. Okay. Now, I know we said we weren't going to use the Patrick Ta duo today. Let me tell y'all the name of it. The name of it is I'm With Her. The Major Dimension Eye Illusion Eyeshadow Duo in I'm With Her. So let's go ahead and swatch it. Y'all, I want to use this so bad. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Ooh, wow. So that's how it looks, y'all. It is beautiful. All right, you guys. So now let's go ahead and get into the eyeshadow from my girl, Charlotte Tilbury. Before we do, we're going to do our brows because the brows are looking a little neglected. I'm going to use my old school Refy Brow Gel that I was using for a long time, but I stopped using it because, like I told y'all, had some white stuff. It used to leave this white residue in my brows, and I didn't like that. So this is the way I do when I use it, y'all. I just apply it to my brows, and then I take my finger and just flatten it out. I'm going to do the same thing to the other brow. Okay. All right, so now that we have the brow gel, we have our brows slicked down with the brow gel. I'm going to take my Benefit Precisely Matte Brow pencil, and I'm just going to fill in the sparse areas of my brows. I need to trim them, or shape them rather. But I really didn't have time to do it today. All right, let's go into the Super Neutrals by Charlotte Tilbury. And this is the Beautifying Eye Trends by Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Super Neutral. All right, you guys. So first we're going to swatch the shimmers. You have these two here, which are the Diamond Dimension, and this one here is the Crystal Chrome. So let's go ahead and start with this one of the Diamond Dimensions. And I'm going to start right here. And this is the Crystal Chrome. And then another Diamond Dimension. All right. Now let's do the mattes. I'm going to start up here at the top with this little gray looking shade right next to it. And the mattes are called Silk. What is it? Matte Silk. This is the brown shade, like one of the only brown shades in the palette. Yeah, I know I love brown. So I was like kind of not feeling that. All right, let me make sure I don't get off track. Okay, so we did these two. So let's go here. And then this is kind of like a blue. In between blue, black, and gray. And then you got your two at the bottom. And then this last one here. So there's the palette, y'all. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and put down this Let me see. I want to do this brown right here since this is like the only brown in here. And I'm going to use my Z11 to do that. This is from Chica-Hodo. It's a squirrel hairbrush. So let's go ahead and do that brown. And I'm just going to put it right there in my outer V. I'm just building it up a little bit because I didn't want to go in with it too dark or too heavy. I'm going to go directly over it with this shade here to kind of blend it out a little bit. Because this palette is very cool tone, y'all. And y'all know I am not a cool tone girly. I'm not. It is what it is. All right. So now let's go into one of these shimmers. And I'm trying to see which one I want to go into. I'm going to take a brush that doesn't have anything on it because I want to blend out this harsh line right here. That's why I don't like, you know, a lot of cool tone shades, because for some reason I don't know, they just don't blend out real good to me. But, you know, I'm not an eyeshadow, you know, perfectionist. So, you know, I just be doing the best I can with this eyeshadow stuff, y'all, just to be 100% honest with you. I'm going back in that brown. And I'm just kind of going along the lash line right there. But I don't want to do it with that brush. Where's that brush I had yesterday? This one. I'm going back in the brown that we used in the beginning. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what shimmer shade we want to use. I love this right here. Let's put this like in the middle. Ooh. That's pretty. And I also want to try with a little bit of Fix Plus with a brush just to see if that gives us a little bit of heat, or makes a difference rather in. Okay, let's see. I don't think it really makes a difference with your finger or the brush, as long as if you use a brush and you spray some Fix Plus on it, it's not gonna make a difference. Okay, so let's use one of those diamond dimensions, and I'm gonna use this one. So pretty. Ooh. All right. Just going directly over that brown shade that we just used. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use a little Fix Plus and see if that makes a difference. In how much of a shine it gives us. It really doesn't to me. We're gonna go back into our brown matte shade. You know what, I don't wanna go back, no, I don't wanna go back into that one. I wanna go into that light brown matte shade and see if I could, you know, just kind of blend everything together. All right, that is very pretty. I am going to, y'all should already know what I'm going to do. As far as the lower lash line, I'm going to use my MAC Costa Riche. And use it for an eyeliner. I'm going to go back into probably this one right here, the lighter brown shade. I'm going to do these two together and blend out the Costa Riche. And kind of smoke that out a little bit. All right. Now, what we did not do, and which y'all know that I have to do, is a must. With all of my eyeshadow looks, we have to do an inner corner highlight. And we're going to go right into this one right here. This little silvery looking shade. Ooh, I got a lot on there. It's very chunky too. And we're going to do an inner corner highlight. Okay. There's that. All right, and I'm going to go off camera and do the same thing to the other eye. All right, everyone. I am back, you guys. And I am loving it. I'm loving my look, you guys. I just added some lashes. Let me try to get my inner corner highlight the way that I like it. Yeah, just added some lashes and a little bit of mascara, which it was kind of dried up, so it didn't really, you know, do what I wanted to do, but it's okay. It's all right. So this is the eye look, you guys. I hope I have my lashes on right. I can't, you know, but this is the eye look. Y'all know I'm an amateur at eyeshadow. I just do the best that I can. But I like the way that it turned out. These shimmer shades in here are so pretty. I just want to keep putting on more. They came out really, really nice. The eye look did. It really did. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything, you guys. Yeah, we used everything except for the Patrick Ta Major Dimension Duo, which I've, you know, told y'all we weren't going to use that today, but we used everything else, and I love it. I'm loving everything that we, you know, that we did. The bronzer was the Dior Super Jumbo bronzer. I purchased that from Sephora maybe like 2 weeks ago, so that wasn't from the Sephora sale. But I just, you know, wanted to use it. And then we used the shade Petal, the cream blush from Westman Atelier in Petal. And I set that with the truffle. I'm sorry, not truffle. I set that with the Told shade from the Truffle palette. And it did not disappoint. It went right with that Petal shade. I love the way that came out. The foundation, beautiful. I love this foundation. I love it. I would have to do a wear test to tell y'all how it wears, but just from my initial application, I think it is absolutely stunning. I've been getting really good, you know, results with all of the foundations that I've been purchasing lately, and I'm not mad about it. Okay, and then of course, what else did we use? Oh, the eyeshadow from Charlotte Tilbury. I knew this was gonna be good because I have the other two, and I'll show y'all they right here since they're right here. I have the Sensual Sunset. If you all want to see it in action, I have a video for it, and then the Emerald Effect. I have a video for both of these. So I wanted to go ahead and add this one, and it is no different than the other two. Like, it is bringing the noise. Like, it is really giving what's supposed to be gave, okay? Now, the packaging, on the other hand, but we'll, you know, nothing we could do about that. We ain't gonna worry about that. But yeah, y'all, I'm really happy with everything today. I don't have a complaint. I don't have a complaint. Now the Givenchy setting spray, the Givenchy powder. I love this powder, y'all. Do y'all see how blurry out my under eyes look? This. I love it. I love it. It's just as good as a loose setting powder to me. Just as good. So, yeah. So anyway, you guys, for my lips, y'all, I have on, you know, the usual. MAC Costa Riche Eyeliner. But you guys know that I use it for a lip liner and an eyeliner. I have this on today as an eyeliner. I just deepened it up or smoked my eye look out with 2 shades in here. And I showed y'all that in the application. Now I have this on as a lip liner. And then I have on the Armani Clear. It's called Glass. Prisma Glass, something like that. But it's just clear lip gloss from Armani. That's what I have on. With the lip liner, with the Costa Riche. That's what I have on my lips. And so I hope that you all liked the video today. I certainly enjoyed filming it for you guys. If you did like the video, that you would please give me a big old juicy thumbs up. Then go right on over there and subscribe to the channel. And of course, share. That's if you care. All right. I want to thank y'all so much for watching, you guys. And I will see you in the next video.